Yeah, okay.
And what is the role? What is the role of former Pakistan?
You have to draw a line. You have to draw a line between the state and non-state actors.
That is not working. No, Muhammad Malik, that doesn't work. It's all mixed up in Pakistan, unfortunately. Yes, Maruf.
No, it isn't.
We ourselves have been victim of terrorism.
From all the evidence,
equally condemned here.
From all the evidence that has been gathered, the Indian Mujahideen was created at the behest of the Lashkar-e-Toiba and other hardliners in the intelligence agencies to keep away Pakistan's linkages and blame from doing anything in India. That was the initial motivation post 9/11. The evidence that has been given by the Indian guest. In addition to that, let me bring out two names. One is Sayyid Abdur Rahman Hashim, who headily confessed to the NIA and to the American investigators that he nodded when Headley looked at him after the Mumbai train attacks when 200 people were killed, and he nodded and said these guys, Bhatkal brothers, were his proteges. That's one. The second thing is that the Bhatkal brothers were instrumental in earlier attacks in Hyderabad in 2007, August 25th, if I remember the date, in which some 46 odd people had died. And once again, one of the Bhatkals with Maqbool have done apparently recce of the same site. Now, here where I want to come in with a slightly different approach. Though these guys were initially motivated and brought into the game by the Lashkar-e-Toiba and their mentors, subsequently the Indian Mujahideen now has picked up a momentum of its own with followers within India who feel that they need to confront the Indian state. And so,
where is Bhatkal? Where is Bhatkal?
Pakistan.
That's the point. That's the point. Where is Bhatkal? Bhatkal is in Pakistan. No, I want to get into the bigger point. Once again, Maruf, I'm coming to you. I want to get into Subramaniam Swamy at this stage. No, my question to Subramaniam Swamy is this, Maruf. 1 minute. That, this was done. This was done to create a sense of deniability for Pakistan. This whole Indian Mujahideen.
Absolutely.
Wasn't it, Subramaniam Swamy? But now, that attempt to create a deniability factor is slowly withering away.
Well,
if they are Indian
we have got guests from.
Go ahead, Dr. Swamy.
Is it my turn?
Yeah, go ahead, Dr. Swamy. Dr. Swamy, yes. Admiral Iqbal, I'm coming to you after Subramaniam Swamy. Yeah.
Well, we have got Pakistani guests on this program, and we are going to be in a deadlock because they are not going to accept our accusations. You can't expect them either. They have been in denial from day one. Even on Kasab, they never admitted that he was a Pakistani, when everybody knows he is a Pakistani. So the question basically that we have to answer is there a deterrence that we can develop to what Pakistan is doing in India? In my mind, except for the fact that we have shot ourselves in the foot on that Samjhauta Express, where even today the United States maintains it is the LET which did it, and that's what they have told the United Nations, and the United Nations has declared them as a international terrorist organization on that basis. But our government did a somersault and weakened our position very considerably. But having said that, I think a future government in India will have to think in terms of a deterrence policy, that if Pakistan carries out any support or any activity of terrorism in India, we will have to do something which will hurt Pakistan. And that is the question that we really need to debate with the sober elements of Pakistan. Do we want this? Because sooner or later it has to end up there. If every part of India is going to be affected by Islamic terrorism, somewhere we will have to take steps to see that the root of the problem is solved.
It's the point is that we've reached a tipping point on the whole argument of deniability, Zafar Ilali. Do you think this whole attempt that was made to get some fugitive Indian terrorists and run them with former Pakistan army men and the Lashkar-e-Toiba to create the Karachi project to keep up the terror pressure on India, do you think this by itself now, Zafar Hilali, will have to be rethought. This will have to be rethought.
I think it's...
Given the position
I think
that
it's
Pakistan
it's a wonderful plot for your next novel.
Sir,
may I say two things? Number one,
the confession of David Coleman Headley, which is with the
Swami,
FBI.
Forget about Headley and his confessions to
Why?
the Americans, for God's sake.
Why?
The Americans, according to Mr. Swami, said that LET is a
because
Pakistani,
it is uncomfortable
LET
for you.
Is involved in the Samjhota Express when your Home Minister says that it is not LET but the RSS. So much for accurate information coming out of the United States, for God's sake. After Iraq, do you believe anything they say?
Answer my question on the Karachi project. Karachi project was about the ISI putting together a team.
I've never heard of the Karachi project. I've only heard of the Orangi project, which is a damn good project for bringing municipal amenities to a portion of Karachi.
Have you heard about the Bhatkal brothers who founded the Indian Mujahideen? Have you heard about Mufti Sufia? Have you heard about Yaqub Khan?
Mr. Swami,
also known as Rasool Party, sheltered in Karachi by the Lashkar-e-Toiba and the ISI.
Well, I mean, tell us where they are sheltering. I mean, please, inform us, give us the address. I'll pass it on.
We've been hearing that about Dawood Ibrahim for a long time.
I want to add something.
I'd get Vicky, he'll tell you more details on them. Vicky, what are the more... Our Pakistani guest is asking for more details about these... about the Pakistani bases of the Indian
Mr. Swami, you need to give us time.
I'm coming to you, Muhammad Malik. I'm coming to you. I'm coming to you, Muhammad Malik, just because Mr. Hilali says, tell us more details about these so-called Pakistani links. I'm going across to Bangalore. I'm coming straight to you in Lahore right after that. Yes, Vicky. Can you enlighten us on the links which are being asked for?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, why... if we have been blamed for certain attacks, we are definitely looking into those investigations. And it's not like we have blamed the Indian Mujahideen or the Lashkar for every attack that has happened in India. So that's one part of it. And why, if we have got Abu Jandal in our custody today, it's based on very, very solid evidence that we have provided Saudi Arabia, because Saudi Arabia is not, I mean, would not hand over a person without any evidence. So there was ample evidence given about how he was moved from Pakistan to Saudi Arabia to help the Indian Mujahideen carry out recruitments, which, you know, again, according to the intelligence in India, it is the new base for the Indian Mujahideen, the foreign base. It's been moved out of Pakistan and it works largely out of Saudi Arabia. So we have given ample proof, and there is a confession by Abu Jandal himself about how he has been recruiting for the Indian Mujahideen. Now that is also a very key role, I mean, and a key link that we need to look at. And also another thing which I would like to say is about Riaz Bhatkal and Iqbal Bhatkal, the two brothers. I mean, everything points that they are sitting in Pakistan. It's not like we say all our terrorists are sitting in Pakistan. We still do believe that Yasin Bhatkal is very much in India. He's here. So it's not just a blame game for the sake of it. I mean, they would do well, you know, if they could help us with the investigation, and if they could be brought back, I mean, it's peace for them, it's peace for us. So let's look at it that way also, because, you know, they were a little touchy about the... Yeah. No?
Yes, Muhammad Malik, it's fairly specific what Vicky is saying from Bangalore.
Yeah. First of all, let me correct something, a misstatement made by Mr. Subramaniam. The first, he talked about Ajmal Kasab. A Pakistani channel, Jio, was the first channel or anyone to break the identity of Ajmal Kasab. It was not India.
When your government denied it, after your government denied it.
It was a Pakistani media. Let's talk about the other part.
Exposing your interior minister.
Now let me finish.
No, exposing your interior minister.
I did not interrupt you. Now, can you give me 30 seconds or you want to take the mic off?
No, go ahead. But I only made a point that it was after your interior minister
your
tried
point,
to cover up.
Let me finish now. No, let me finish. No, nobody's covering up anything, okay? So first of all, that's a misstatement. Secondly, it's time you exchange. I can't believe India has adopted this new doctrine of deniability. Instead of recognizing that you have homegrown problems, now whatever the local terrorists and the local problems, you've started calling them the proxies of Pakistan intelligence and Pakistan thing. It doesn't work like that. You have to recognize we have our own set of terrorists who are working against Pakistan. You also have terrorists who have reasons to work against you. So passing on the blame to one another won't solve it.
You know,
recognize the reality. You have homegrown problems. Instead of exchanging blames with Pakistan,
Mr. Malik.
exchange the evidence.
Mr. Malik.
You're giving evidence to Saudi Arabia.
Mr. Malik,
you're giving evidence to US, but you're leveling the blames on Pakistan.
Mr. Malik.
Share the evidence with Pakistan. We don't want to defend any terrorists. We don't want to defend any Hafiz Saeed or any Bhatkar brothers.
Yeah, you should not.
But let's have evidence.
Yeah, you should not. But
out of this
but you should.
Pakistan phobia.
No, Mr. Admiral, there's no Pakistan phobia. The fact is Abu Jundal, who Vicky Nanjappa refers to, provided details of emails, chat sites, addresses through which he was communicating with this Bhatkal on a regular basis. Much of this information, if I am not mistaken, was shared with other countries, and they accepted and deported this man. His whole confession is available. This smoke screen is off.
Share it with Pakistan. Share the information with Pakistan.
All
if
the
you
information.
want Pakistan to do something,
Vicky Nanjappa, has the information been shared with Pakistan or not? One second. Has information about Bhatkal been shared with Pakistan?
We also saw
a couple of dossiers
I
today.
personally saw.
We have written about the Indian Mujahideen and the Karachi project in the dossier.
So one second. Mohammed Malik.
And the rest was very minimal information.